Hey guys, what's up? Did you have a good day? I vlogged on Monday, right? And then I didn't vlog yesterday. Ooh, Tim McGraw. Kind of appropriate. I've got my that was a combination of cowboy and cowgirl and it just didn't come out right. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so tired right now. The second I finish taping this, I kid you not, I'm going to attempt to take a nap. And that really only happens when I'm really, really tired. Yesterday was absolutely insane. I had to leave here in the morning. I got my workout in the morning. Is that right? Tuesday? Whatever. I left, had to drive downtown because I had to bring Cupcake with me. So drove all the way downtown. I had a 1:30 lunch. And you guys, I went to that, those of you that are on my Facebook probably already seen this, but I went to that Fogo de Chao for my lunch meeting, and I'd never been there. It's those like Brazilian steakhouse places, so I thought, cool, you know, I'll be able to have meat and then salad stuff, you know, and I'm not gonna be bad. I didn't have any of the bread. But people, I mean, the big thing that I'm doing now, like I told you guys, is really just watching, you know, not trying to go on some, obviously none of us are, but you know, I'm not in one of these things where, oh, I can eat all the meat I want if I don't have bread. So the thing about these places is, you know, and it's worth it because, you know, they do charge a good price, but they bring you so much. They just keep bringing you meat, and it's all delicious. I mean, it was, you guys know I don't eat pork or really chicken anymore. It's just a thing. But I do like beef, and they brought out lamb. They brought out, I don't think they brought out veal, but they brought out lamb. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Short ribs, all of this other stuff, and everything was so incredible. But it's like they just keep bringing it, and I'm like, I've had enough. I mean, just their salad bar alone was like a dream salad bar. It had beets, it had artichokes, asparagus. I mean, all of this amazing stuff. So it was really hard for me to be restrained, but it was pretty good. And then, if you go to my Facebook, maybe I'll post it on here. They brought out a piece of cheesecake, and they had customized it with my name on it that said something like "Welcome Kelly Olexa" on it. So it was really, really sweet. So of course I had to have a few bites. But this piece of cheesecake was like the size of Texas, and it was delicious. So I did have a few bites of that, but I did, you know, for the most part, my lunch was fine. And I thought, okay, you know, I've got 3 parties to go to. One of which I was hosting. But I'm like, that'll just be kind of like my main meal for the day. I'm not going to be able to do my little 5 meals for the day. So I left. We had to go right after that one, head right into the one that was at 4 o'clock, 4 to 6. And then after that, there was a 6 to 8. And then the 8 o'clock to 10 and beyond was my party, right? So it was like boom, 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 boom. And first of all, I'm like going, I really, you know, I just drank on Saturday night. I'm not going to drink. Well, then, you know, it's like I'm the only one. So I did. I had some Chardonnay. And then I felt bad. I wasn't eating. Let's see, we didn't eat at the first place. We didn't eat at the second party. And then, you know, we get to the last party. It gets to be like 10 o'clock. And by this time, my stomach is just like gurgling and crunching and going crazy. So, I mean, this is not a good thing for me to repeat. I have to remember this. Because by that time it was, you know, I was so hungry, I needed something. So they had, the hotel, the DoubleTree, has these awesome, we were at the bar, we were in the lounge, but they have these awesome little tiny, they're literally like this big, little baby cheeseburgers, and it comes out on a plate. I think we even took a picture. It comes out on a plate with these little baby cheeseburgers and then a little serving of fries. So I'm not gonna lie, that's what I had. So I'm very disappointed in myself in not planning better, you know, because you can certainly go to these events, and I should have just kind of eaten little things along the way. They had some good stuff out at the second party. They didn't have anything at the first one. But anyway, so I told myself, you know, I'm going to get up this morning. I'm going to have a kick butt workout before my 1 o'clock meeting. I got up this morning and I got all dressed. I started doing my insanity workout. And maybe it's just my body adjusting to, sorry, hair on my arm. But anyway, I was getting these really, so I did like half an hour. The insanity workouts are 40 minutes, but I did like half an hour, and then I was getting really bad like cramps, like not cramps like side stitch cramps that I told you I have if I don't exercise on an empty stomach. I was getting cramps like cramps. And Aunt Flo left the building, so I have no idea what that was about. So I just kind of modified my workout and did a little bit lighter towards the end, not as much plyo and jumping. So I finished my cardio, and I think what I might do tonight is actually like do some weights, something like that. I just mentally, I feel like I need to make up, and that's what you got to do. You've got to balance it out. I'm not going to like kill myself over the fact that, okay, I was out at these events and I had wine, and I was off my game a little bit. You've just got to, now I want to take the rest of the week and balance that out. That's it. There will be no more drinking the rest of this week. There will be no more cheating on any foods the rest of this week. And I have to really, in my mind, I want to up the intensity even more. Maybe squeeze in one extra workout too this week to make up for it. And I think that's what makes kind of doing what we're doing a little bit more livable, because I certainly know for me, when I get in that crazy mindset where if I screw up once at all, I think I've blown it. And I certainly don't have the tendency, or I hadn't had the tendency to kind of do that whole, oh, I've blown it, I might as well cheat the rest of the week. But it certainly makes it easier. Like what I was doing before is, if I would mess up on a Tuesday or something, well, then it really made it a lot easier for me for some reason to be okay on Thursday. And I'd mess up on Thursday, and I'd drink, and I'd be like, well, I already drank on Tuesday, so I'll go out to this event or whatever, and I'll be much better next week. No. If you do something that's unplanned or that you didn't plan for, fix it in that week. That's what works for me, is I try to look at every week as that's my unit of time. And I try to make the week be, kind of like one cheat day, one cheat meal or event or whatever, and work around that. But make the rest of the week balance for that. And for me, I think that's what tends to work. I certainly like to try to stick to what I'm doing as much as possible. I love to go through 60 days of insanity with saying, I'm not going to drink or do anything off plan. But in the kind of work that I'm in, that's really unrealistic. And I don't think I'm being weak by saying that. I don't think I'm trying to make excuses. I'm just being realistic. If I'm going to be only drinking water and having carrot sticks at every single social event that I'm hosting or that I'm doing, I mean, that's just, I don't know. I'll do the best I can. But I think I'm doing okay right now, because I'm only doing, like I said, one thing per week, and then really trying to balance that out. If I find that I'm not losing weight or losing the fat as I feel like I am right now, then it's time to tighten up. It's time to say, okay, that's what you have to do. Each one of us has a completely different metabolism. So you got to make adjustments and tweak as you go. You got to pay attention to what's working and what's not working. And I think that's the key, is paying attention, not just kind of floating along and going with whatever. You've got to pay attention to your body. Pay attention every week. If you weigh yourself, weigh yourself. If you measure yourself, measure yourself. If you go buy a certain pair of jeans and how they fit, but you've got to pay attention every week, because unless you have that Gwyneth Paltrow metabolism, the rest of us, it's very, very easy, if you're not keeping track, to have something kind of slowly snowball. Does that make any sense? Slowly gain weight without you noticing it, or slowly gain fat without noticing it. You've really got to pay attention every single week, in my opinion. That certainly is what works for me. So, there's that. Nickelback always makes me happy. So, that being said, I actually kind of feel like I'm getting my second win now. See, vlogging, what you did for me? But anyway, I want to say hi to everybody that was out last night. You guys are all awesome. Just really interesting night last night. Brett, I gotta give you 2 cents. He's the man. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But definitely interesting last night, and I'm very, very tired. And did I even mention to you guys, this is totally a side note, but I think this is why I haven't been able to sleep the past couple of nights. When I was at that party on Saturday, I got eaten alive by mosquitoes. On my feet, both of my feet, and Liz Strauss saw this because she was even going out and buying me some stuff for bug bites. All over my feet there are mosquito bites. There's one on the side of my thigh, one on my knee. I mean, and these are like major, like on the scale of 1 to 10 as far as itchiness, freaking 11, okay? So I go to bed last night, I'm laying in like the most comfortable beds in the world in the DoubleTree, and I'm like, and you want to like not scratch, but then you start scratching one, and then it's like being a kid. Remember when you were a kid and you have a mosquito? Oh, there's one here, too. I don't know if you can see it. There's one here. And did you guys make the little X marks in your mosquito bites? So I'm like stabbing myself. I'm laying in bed like, and then I'm like doing the stab, and then they're itching, and I'm like, don't itch, don't itch. And I just could not get comfortable, and it would not stop itching. And then I'm like, trying to concentrate, and I didn't have any Excedrin PM. I was very upset. I only had regular Excedrin, so I took regular Excedrin, which has caffeine in it, so then I was like, not pretty. Anyway, more later. You guys are awesome. Alan, I'll talk to you later.